Gabriel García Márquez, the man who wove magic into reality, 1927 to 2014. In a small Colombian town where heat shimmered over cobblestone streets and banana trees swayed in the wind, a boy listened to his grandmother tell stories. Ghosts, love, and curses walked freely through her tales, and young Gabriel García Márquez believed every word. Years later, he would transform those childhood whispers into a literary universe that made the world fall in love with Latin America's soul. Born in 1927 in Aracataca, Colombia, Márquez grew up in the care of his grandparents, a colonel who filled his head with war stories and a grandmother who spoke of spirits as though they were neighbors. Their world was steeped in myth and memory, joy and tragedy. It was from this blend that Márquez's most famous creation would later be born, Macondo, a fictional town that seemed both utterly real and dreamlike, like a reflection in water. As a young man, he studied law but quickly abandoned it for journalism, chasing stories through the streets of Cartagena and Bogotá. He wrote about politics, corruption, and the poor, his words sharp and full of compassion. But something inside him still longed for the wonder of his grandmother's tales. Then, one day in 1965, while driving his family to Acapulco, inspiration struck. He stopped the car, turned around, and said, "I've found the tone." He locked himself in his study for 18 months and wrote 100 Years of Solitude. When it was published in 1967, the world was stunned. Critics called it a second discovery of Latin America. The story of the Buendia family, spanning generations, filled with love, loneliness, revolutions, and rain that lasted 4 years, became a masterpiece of magical realism, a genre where the miraculous and the ordinary live side by side, and where reality itself feels enchanted. Readers from every corner of the world saw themselves in Macondo. They understood that Márquez wasn't inventing magic, he was revealing the hidden poetry within real life. As he once said, "What matters in life is not what happens to you but what you remember and how you remember it." In 1982, Gabriel García Márquez received the Nobel Prize in Literature, honored for his novels and short stories, in which the fantastic and the realistic are combined in a richly composed world of imagination. In his Nobel speech, he spoke not of glory, but of Latin America, its wars, dreams, and people who have not had a moment of quiet to tell their story. Márquez used his fame not for luxury but for words. He continued to write, Love in the Time of Cholera, chronicle of a death foretold, each blending tenderness with truth, humor with heartbreak. His writing turned the small and local into something universal. Even when illness later silenced his pen, his stories had already done what he always hoped. They gave Latin America its own myth, proud, flawed, and eternal. Gabriel García Márquez taught the world that imagination is not an escape from reality, but a deeper way of understanding it. Through his eyes, every heartache became a legend, every memory a miracle. Gabriel García Márquez, the man who wove magic into reality.